What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Durarara, this time with season 2 episode 2. I don't think we got a kind of main premise of what this season's starting out with, or at least I don't remember it. What I might do, because I don't think I'm quite content with making just one episode a week. I'm actually pretty free on Saturday, so I might end up doing another reaction on a Saturday as well. But usually when I do these kind of reactions to things that aren't the seasonal anime, I do more than one a week, so kind of feel like that's natural here. Felt a bit more natural with Bacana because it was a shorter series, but for a series like Durarara where I've got quite a few episodes left, I think I probably will do 2 uploads a week. But loads of new characters introduced last time out. I especially enjoyed the wife of Kishtani, I think his name is. She was, well, I think it was his ex-wife that he remarried again, so she could look after Selty. But yeah, she was quite nice. We met is that Isaiah's sister? I forget exactly, but yeah, quite a few new characters last week. Let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments though. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. We did meet some kind of big wig like director or something as well from America or something, right? Again, it's also the case that I want to do more than one episode so I can retain the information a little bit better as well. I feel like a whole week where I've got loads of anime in between is a little bit harder to keep up with. Oh, and I think we did see the... Was that the end of the episode we saw Kida? Saw a little shot of him. Very nice that we do get these recaps here though. Verona. I swear this band has done a song from another anime, and I really enjoyed it. Did they do? I'm not sure it's the same people. It sounds kind of similar, and their name sounds similar. From Undead Unluck. I think they've done one of the endings slash openings of. I think it was an ending of Undead Unluck, and it was one of my favorite songs for a long time. Yeah, see, like I forgot about this. Like, there's so much goes on in these shows by this author. There's a lot to keep up with. So we got a fucking zombie. See, I think I might be mixing up the Okamotos, which do this opening, with the Sakamotos. And there's a couple with similar names like that. That, funny enough, have similar sounding songs as well, actually. Harmony is the greatest of virtues. And you know what? After watching, that was one of the biggest things for me. Not that it made a massive difference, but in season 1, on my reactions especially, obviously their voice acting aligned, so it's easier to tell. But I never really got who was actually talking in the chats, which might sound silly, but because I could pay more attention to it in my own time, I actually I know who everyone is now in these chats and what the dialogue is going on. Whereas when I watched it initially, I was a little bit confused as to who was talking to each other and so on. So that's something I should have down a little bit better in this part. But the voice acting gives it away. Maybe it's because I was a little bit less Yeah, I don't know. I think they've got new profile photos, haven't they? But no, that's absolutely fair enough from Keita. Oh, you do, you do. Fucking die. That is, isn't it? I remember I went out on my birthday, I think it was one day, and my parents gave me some money, and I went to get it out of my pocket, and it flew away. And I maybe should have desperately tried to get it, but it was windy, and I just knew it was, and I felt so bad. I always feel worse. Sorry to pause again so quickly. Don't want to make it sound like I'm some kind of saint or something, but I always do feel worse when it is somebody else's money. If they've given it to me, like if it's my own money that I've made, it's like it's kind of alright. It's just like, oh, okay, well, is what it is. I lost my money. But when it's something gifted, like from my parents or something like that, and you lose it, it really it really hurts. Not really sure why, but I was devastated, to be honest with you. Less for me, more at the disappointment of losing something, I guess, precious that my parents gave me. I didn't lose it all, but I lost an amount of it. I didn't have a wallet back then or anything, so I literally just put like the cash in my pocket, which was stupid. I also can't say I've ever found any money on the floor. I used to have a friend that always used to find money on the floor. I got pretty suspicious of him, to be honest with you, because I've never found any amount of money on the floor. I said this story before, but I did once use a cash machine after someone. I think they thought it didn't work, but their money ended up coming out, and I could have easily just took it. I think it was like £80 or something. But I was just like, how would I feel if that was done to me? So I ran into the shop and gave it to him, much to my friend's disappointment. How did I get here? We're in a bowl of salty. We saw this in the preview, didn't we? Wrapped up in our salty. I don't know about you guys, but there's something pretty like cute and like cute about that. I don't know. I mean, we can hear that from a voice actress, but it's amazing that he's able to tell that just from the way she types. Negative or Jaw-sama? Now that's the question, really, isn't it? How do we hand ourselves in without getting arrested or anything? Get that money? How do we like reverse engineer this? Is that the word for it? Maybe she could make like a fake version of herself, like the kite thing that flew off. Kind of looks like a bomb, doesn't it? And do you remember those things, like when you make like a little face out of the letters and such? It's not really a thing nowadays, don't think. Except for people that, yeah. Day before yesterday. What do you have? Yeah, there's his sister. How? Well, a bit too much info. It's quite extraordinary. Oh, so the two sisters. Okay, okay. Makes sense why they were together then, I guess. Um, yeah, there really is quite the contrast between some information broker that would like to keep things secret until certain points, and this girl that is incredibly talkative and revealing. I imagine Orihara probably wouldn't want to hang out with her too much. Can't be good for business. Kuronuma. There we've got a bunch of new students, of course. I think they did say the season started 6 months after the last. Who wasn't? Sorry, I do just want to read that. Probably nothing important here. That looks so modern. That email, doesn't it? Are they like? This came out in like 2010, I think. Have they ever updated? Like that looks exactly the same as my mail app. Like, exactly the same. Not. I do think sometimes they do it. As you see with YouTube, unnecessarily update things. Like YouTube, I don't know about you guys, just gets worse and worse with every update. Every edition just makes it worse. I mean, yes, there's been some exceptions to that with earning money for shorts, for example. I don't do shorts, but stuff like that. But I do think you can do a bit too much. Sometimes it's best to just do nothing. But then, why are you paying the people that work on your app and such? Anyway, point. Yuzupon for the cherry blossoms. Kahula milk. Cosplayers wanted. Kaztano. Oh, Kaztano from season 1. Guy got abducted. Hijiribe Ruri concert tickets. Get some for the first row. And Wakaba Mark. I don't know anyone else here, I don't think. There's one from Sacrifice Boy, whoever that is. Hello, we are looking for new members from Reira Academy. Tell us what's going on in other schools too. So is that someone from the Dollars wanting to spy on the schools? Yeah, not too much of no there, to be honest. But when things do come up like that, I do want to kind of make sure there's nothing I'm missing. I think if it's a good show, I think if they're smart, you've got a smart director, they'll make it clear and obvious with things like that of something you should be paying attention to, and they will linger on it. It being in Japanese, they probably linger on it a short amount of time because Japanese can obviously read it a bit quicker. But $2 ml. Ah, that was him. You saw him. But yeah, quite often to be honest with you. A lot of the time, directors just like put a vital piece of information or something interesting, and it just like expect you to pause for it, which I don't agree with, to be honest. Not that you shouldn't ever pause, but it does take away from like if you're watching a movie, you can't just pause. If you're in the cinema, you can't just pause a movie, for example. So. Of course. Nanja Town. I do really like these two. We didn't see an awful lot of them in season 1, but when we did, it was always really fun. I like their whole group, to be honest. I can't say I've ever really even like seen a proper magical girl show, which I know is like blasphemous for a lot of people. I don't know if it counts, but when I was a kid, I used to watch Cardcaptor Sakura, the dub, obviously. But that was on UK TV. I used to watch that, and I used to quite like it. I remember it started like wind, fire, Cardcaptor. I remember the English song to it really well. I don't remember anything about it really, other than the cards, but. Oh shit. Sake. Yeah. Certainly is, isn't it? Uh, it's very suspect that you say that, and I don't believe him at all. I mean, we have seen him be pretty useless. Don't get me wrong, but he's a pretty sneaky guy, isn't he? So that's the dude we saw fighting the zombie. He's fucking tall as hell, isn't he? Wow. Jesus Christ. Look at this guy. Wow. Considering how much he missed that first year. Might as well be. See, even his face don't look happy. Even the mere mention of his sisters. Yeah, it makes sense he wouldn't, doesn't it? They're like they're almost the antithesis to him. I think they do a pretty good job. They're almost opposites as well in how they kind of outwardly act. It's admirable, isn't it? Deluded a bit, but admirable. So you're telling me she could have ended up like her, and she could have. Be interesting to see how that talkative girl would have dealt with not talking so much. But that is what usually ends up happening, isn't it? They're usually very similar. I mean, that's just natural. Very unnatural to do what they're doing. But I guess it might be kind of smart, cover all bases. I don't know about that, to be honest. Maybe in Japan, but I feel like, especially the talkative girl, would probably be very, very popular. I'd quite like her. Someone that just like, what does all that say? Yeah, I'd quite like her. Like, yes, she like initially comes off like, damn, that's a crazy motherfucker. Not sure you should get too close to those, but she's so honest with herself. She's so out there. You kind of got to appreciate her. Anytime, babe. Are these all guys asking her out? Oh my god, yeah, they are. So this is a bit bullying here. Okay, whore sisters, bitch, public toilet. Not sure what that means. Public toilet. Four eyes. Oh, original, smart and original right there. Accepting reservations, still okay. 1 round, 1,000 yen. Some people call her like a prostitute. Anytime, babe. 1,000 yen. Lavatory. Oh, that might be the worst one. Oh, waiting for you, like you, with student discount. Can I get student discount on my prostitution? Funny concept, isn't it? But yeah, okay, I guess she's getting bullied. Like I said, I feel like this is very Japanese. I feel like if this was in the UK or America, she'd actually be incredibly popular. I think her introduction would have been hilarious. I think all the kids would have laughed, and I think she would have been very popular. She probably would have got people hate her just because she came off so well. But it's just amazing the perception of this, isn't it? That she's already so abused here in Japan for standing out, for being very different than Japan's kind of societal norms. Whereas, yeah, I used to be a bit of a class clown. I used to be an idiot. I used to like not have an inner voice in my head, so anything that I would think would usually like come out, and I'd usually answer back a lot of the time and shout stupid stuff. And I used to be a proper class clown. I used to get quite a few laughs, but also then I realised when I did kind of develop, like, oh, I was actually just very I can understand why I was sent out of the class a lot and so on. I was actually very disruptive, very stupid, and I do. When you look back, it's like, yeah, well, I wish I wasn't that way, but you got to develop. So, yeah. 15:35. But it's awful to see just how quickly these kids have fucking decided to attack her, isn't it? It's kind of like, I see it as a way of like your body starts like getting an infection or some kind of illness, and your body fights back to delete it. It's kind of like what they're doing with her. Like, this is a system in which she's invaded with these outrageous kind of outbursts and such, and they're like blood cells trying to attack it and get rid of it. Oh damn! Oh my god! What is that? Oh my god! Oh my god, they're fucking... Oh, she grabbed them? Oh. Oh my god, bro. I said this story before. My friend slapped his hand on one of those when sitting down on a bench. And it looked like it hurt like hell. Oh my god, look at her. She's passed out down there. Oh my god, what was that segment? That was awesome. I said in the first episode, I remember in my first watch I didn't like this girl because I felt she was really annoying. It's quite funny how my opinions actually almost like completely turn around already this season. I actually really like her. It's quite amazing, that, isn't it? Maybe it's because, again, maybe it's because I wanted to hate her. Maybe it's because I wasn't paying as much attention or anything. But wow, this was a segment right here. This is almost like something out of Nichijou in a way. Don't get me wrong, not quite to the extent, but sometimes they just go like off the rails with like crazy kind of action, incredible Sakuga kind of moment. This is almost like a very similar type of thing right here, honestly. This is crazy. She can keep bringing this. Now, yeah, I absolutely love her. Look at her, just fucking clothesline that girl. Like, oh, imagine that happens. Jesus Christ. Imagine those swallowing those. It was that bitch with the short hair. Yeah, I love that. Ruthless. Absolutely ruthless. 16, 19, I think it was. So it looks like she's inherited some pretty good physical abilities like her brother has. Something just awesome about that shot, that girl just laying there, just dead. So why is she getting bullied as well? Also, what is up with her clothes? Why are they so revealing? Got a bit of a thing about this school being a bit pervy, haven't we? What happened to that teacher, by the way? Well, they're not gonna like that. Yo, you didn't do anything to stop me. Oh, definitely, definitely. Damn. What the hell? Well, these girls are good at getting their revenge, aren't they? Oh, there they are. Oh, you couldn't, could you? Paint thinner. You're getting high. I've heard of people. I think there's the classic one, smelling glue. I tried that. I think all the glues in schools nowadays don't. They don't allow for that. Um, what was the other one? Oh, what was it? There was something. I mean, the classic one nowadays is loads. Like, I've tried these and I hated it. Those balloons. Like I think it's like cream whip or something. I forget exactly what it is. But me and my friends got. My friends used to do it a lot, but I've only ever tried it once. We went to this random shop. I think it was just like a normal kind of like not a famous like grocery shop, but just like your kind of neighborhood one, and they sold like all the materials to do balloons. And it really fucks you up for like 30-40 seconds, but then after that you just have a massive fucking headache. So I never wanted to do it again. Um, yeah, it was not worth it at all. Paint thinner, getting high. Getting on the time spent inhaling, one may begin to feel a slight stimulant effect, loss of inhibition. Intoxicated by alcohol. Really? Paint thinner, huh? It's a drug addiction. Interesting. I never heard about that one. Paint thinner. My friends did back in the day. We probably would have done this, to be honest with you. I think it's not nitrous oxide. I think that's what I was just talking about. Yeah, these things. So I think they're meant for like making whipped cream or cakes or something like that. there's like a specialized tool that they're used for. However, in the UK, they're probably most popularly used for getting high. I think they had something similar going on in America relatively recently with these like giant cans of things. I think it might have been this, but I think there are these giant cans you could just buy at a gas station. Again, what I spoke about was just buying them from a shady shop. Like they didn't sell them they sell them behind the desk. If you know what I'm saying, you had to like know about it. They didn't just like have these out, but I think in America there was like recently like they just had these like these giant bottles of them in gas stops and such, and see people. I think it can legitimately like make you brain dead or like freeze your brain or something crazy. Like there's a massive chance of something terrible happening. Um, but yeah, he's again. It felt like good when you were on it for like it made you like crack up, but one of those things. That was about the time when I stopped doing drugs in general. One of those things where it's how I think about a lot of things nowadays. Even drinking, I really don't drink. It's like, is it worth it? Is it worth it to feel shit the next day? Is it worth it to have a massive headache for the rest of the night? No, not really. But yeah, never heard about the paint thinner stuff. Me and my friends, they made them illegal, but there used to be a thing called legal highs, which was just like an amalgamation of legal drugs that had an effect on you. What that effect would be would very much vary. I only ever did it a couple times, but one of them, I just like I couldn't. You know that classic thing of like you drink so much you can't remember what happened that night. I've never had that with drinking, but I had that with a legal high, and that's the only time that that's ever happened to me. I genuinely couldn't remember what happened for like 4 hours. It was called annihilation, so it was a pretty scary prospect to get into. And yeah, I just don't know what happened for like 3 or 4 hours. Smoked it, and yeah, that was when I was like 14. Oh wow, on the lips. You as well. I guess they do come as a perfect pair, don't they? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I guess so. Oh yeah, she was quite upfront, isn't she? Yeah, you can tell that quieter one does really like him, doesn't she? Does that even need to be asked, bro? Did you even need to ask that question? That it answers itself. And we're back here. Okay. Well, that zombie stink. But yeah, as I said a minute ago, I already like these guys a lot, and I remember not liking them at all on my first watch. Same thing happened to me with Mob Psycho. I really didn't like it initially. This was like when I first got into anime. It was maybe too weird for me. I didn't watch enough weird stuff. And then I watched it again and I absolutely loved it. There it is. Russian sushi. It'd be awful if it was having an intruder right now, wouldn't it? Oh crap. Some kind of mob boss or something right here. Okay. Great episode. Great episode. Like I keep saying, I think these girls are going to be a bit of a blast this season, aren't they? They have some nice action segments. They're just in their premise of like fulfilling each other's faults and differences is quite intriguing, isn't it? The Isaiah family sure is strange, are they? Makes you wonder what their parents doing, what their parents like. How do they all end up like this? Judging by their action sequences, they must be athletes. I don't think we've seen those two yet, have we? In that shot. Still no sign of a few of these characters, actually. I've only just noticed they're doing a little heart on the side there. Tell you what, this ending does remind me a bit of the initial Hunter x Hunter ending in the 2011 anime. Not as heavy with it, but it's similar, and I really love that ending. I hate the rest of no, it was not that song. It's they done a song for Parasite as well, which I really love the opening to, but the rest of the song is fucking god awful for some reason. Just the opening segment is amazing. But yeah, quite like that band when they do some good stuff. So here they are. Okay, and there's the cat. Not a good one for this guy then. Adding insult to injury. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Already enjoying this a hell of a lot more than I did initially on my watch on my own, which was a few years back after the first season. And yeah, great episode here. Like I said, it's just because I paid more attention. I can just I can catch a few more things. I can link a few more things together and have a bit more fun with it, I think. Unfortunately for Shinra right here, looking like a bomb. But yeah, I really like this school kind of segment. These new characters introduced, these new first years. Almost makes you feel old in terms of our kind of X-Men characters. I was always wondering, like, after season 1, it really felt like not everything's like wrapped up and not everyone's like stories completed or anything, but like especially our main characters, Kida, Mikado, and Anri. It feels like their kind of stories are not exactly wrapped up per se, but like they came to a pretty satisfying conclusion, and just like what else are you going to do with these characters? I'm already pretty fulfilled with what you've given me, so I was a little bit of a worry of like where are these characters going to go, but I guess because there is such a big cast, because there are so many characters now you've introduced even more, you can divulge into other areas, so it's a little bit sad in a way if we probably won't see quite as much of them going forward, but it's also a positive in that manner of like we can keep their kind of completed kind of storylines with us and such. And there probably will be more to come from them, but as I said, it kind of makes you feel a little bit old now that they're kind of the senpais, as they call them, to these new students who are going to be a lot of fun. Again, nice little action segment with them today. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments though. Very much looking forward to next episode. I think next episode is the final one of when I watched initially in my own time. I think I quit episode 3, so everything after that will be brand new. It pretty much is brand new to me anyway, because I don't remember a goddamn thing. Maybe a few things here and there, but like not liking those girls initially, but yeah, I don't remember really, like plot wise especially, don't remember a goddamn thing. But yeah, again, let me know what you guys want in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date, and I'll see you next week, or Saturday. I think I'm probably going to do. As I said, I do want to kind of up the schedule a bit. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good rest of your day.